What's up, guys? Welcome to The Flow. So for Saturday against Real Salt Lake, they got, their asses handed to them by San Jose in the first game, 4-0. Second game, they're at home, lose 2-0 against Seattle.
No, they
So
beat
what
Seattle.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, actually, that's right. The
Yeah, they
opposite. They
won.
beat Seattle. Definitely some of the key or very dangerous players I have. One is Diogo Gonçalves and Forster
Uh,
Ajago. That guy is good. His
he
sprint is insane, very explosive. The second goal, well, the first goal against the Seattle Sounders was an own
was the
goal,
own goal.
but that
Yeah,
yeah, but that second goal, like that is top notch.
it was a nice goal. Yeah, I saw that goal, and it came from a very nice through ball from Diogo,
Yeah,
and
that
Ajago,
dude was
their forward,
fire.
very fast. Got behind, put the breakaway into the back of the net, and yeah, so it was a well taken goal. I want to say though, in addition to those two games, they also had Champions League games mixed in
Oh,
there
that's
too.
right.
They did not make it out of their matchup with Herediano. The first game was a 0-0 draw in Costa Rica. And then the Wednesday or whatever, the midweek before the
Mhm.
Seattle game, they played at home, going in with the 0-0, and they ended up losing that fixture at home. Now they took a 1-0 lead in that game, and Ajago again scored a goal in that game.
Okay,
Uh,
but
so
yeah.
he's got so he's got two if you count the Champions League.
Oh, so
Um,
that yeah, back to back. Yeah. So
Yeah, and
Wednesday,
that was all,
Saturday he scored.
and
So
that was
his
actually also a very nice goal too, and that also came from nice midfield service. This was not a through ball; it was more like a pass from the wing from one of their wing players, Dominik Marchuk, Polish player. I mean, they didn't really put him away. They got a little sloppy and they gave up a goal to tie it, and with the away goal that gave Herediano the tiebreaker, and I don't think Salt Lake was able to recover from that. And then a second one was a penalty kick in stoppage time. I didn't see
oh yeah,
exactly how
nail in the
that came
coffin.
about, but it didn't matter at that point because the 1-1 would have seen Herediano through. A couple observations about this team just based on these early results and watching the highlights. They have some nice attacking players. The
Yeah.
guy that we didn't mention to go with Diogo and Dominic Marchuk is Diego Luna, the Mexican American midfielder. I think he's technically still eligible for Mexico, even though he has some U.S. caps under his belt.
By the way, sorry, we're talking about Diego Luna, the soccer player, not to be confused with the famous Mexican actor that you may love and have seen, in the Star Wars movies and Y Tu Mamá También, movies like that. But sorry, anyway, sorry, going back to Diego Luna, the soccer player.
Yes.
Okay, so we got Diogo Gonçalves, Ajaga, and Diego Luna to be looking out. All basically like forward players that have been, connecting and showing a lot of like chemistry in this last three games, I guess technically.
Going to Ajago, I don't think he's a first choice MLS striker. I think, going back to the offseason that Real Salt Lake had, they were actually very prolific in scoring last year. They did well. They were third in the West, sixth in MLS overall out of 2019. So they had a very successful year last year, and they scored 65 goals. That's almost a two goal a game average. So they were they
Yeah.
were scoring a lot of
Wow.
goals last year, and almost all of that production has left the team.
And they've gone, lost one, won one. Ajaga's showing some interesting things. Diogo
Yeah,
Gonçalves, I think he's good. I keep on mentioning him just because I know, I felt followed him from years back. Obviously, not like his entire career, but I know he was at Benfica. The minutes that I've seen him play, some of the highlights, while it hasn't been like mind blowing, you can tell when a player has skills and is good and has
For
I
sure.
filter you like a nice pass. That second goal against Seattle Sounders, that
Hmm.
combination of Diogo and Ajago with that duo, basically, based on what we've seen at the moment, can definitely wreak some havoc in San Diego's backline. Let's get into the predictions. I think it's going to be a 1-1. The teams are kind of balanced, I would say. San Diego FC's stronger back line, but at the same time, our attack, it's kind of where I wouldn't say it's been, terrible. We know we've scored 2 goals in the first game, but think about it, the everything started, from that first mistake, which is fine, it's fair, it's
Hmm.
valid, but I wonder what if Galaxy hadn't made that mistake. We probably the game maybe could have ended 0-0. What is your prediction?
So I actually had the same prediction. I also am going to guess one to
Okay.
one.
Who's
So
going to score?
Ingvartsen, I'll go with him. If he's a 10 goal a year goal scorer as he was in Denmark, then hey, this is the third game of the season. Three divided into 34 is
Statistically,
10.33. So here we go. We got a goal from
yeah.
you coming up
Hey, I
uh,
like it. I like that
on
logic.
Saturday. I think that San Diego will give up their first goal. They're going to get a lot of different looks from this attacking midfield trio.
My prediction is the same 1-1. Also, I think Inverson is going to score for SDFC. And then just based on, what I've seen so far, Ajago is going to score. We'll see how it ends up going. I will be out and about, recording the vlog, going out to a bar more likely, and I'll be sure to stay tuned for video. Should be fun. And let's go SDFC.